WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 2 results, one of the worst main events you will ever see, and it was truly historic. John Cena challenging Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. We had Travis Scott, we had No Rock. More on that in a minute. But yes, the headlines are true. John Cena has dethroned Cody Rhodes as the undisputed WWE Champion. He is now a 17-time world champion. He has broken his and Ric Flair's championship record. Yeah, it happened. A lot of people thought, you know what, it's likely. Although John Cena talked about going into it that he would retire as champion, he would win the title and then retire with it. Now he's a heel, he can talk himself out of it. Let's talk about this main event. It was exactly what you thought it was going to be. Typical John Cena match, a bunch of finishing, spamming moves, just finisher, kick out, finisher, kick out, finisher, kick out. Very repetitive. There was 2 referee bumps, okay? The first one, weak. The other one was after Travis Scott took the longest route to get to the ring. He took forever to get to the ring, and John Cena just had to sit there and smile as we heard Fiend play over and over and over. The Rock did not appear, was never slated to appear, so he did the Elimination Chamber turn and then just ghosted us and John Cena and Travis Scott. I guess Travis Scott was supposed to be our makeup for not having The Rock out there. This was a really, really bad match. You really can't skirt around it. It is what it is. You can't get past it. I'm okay with Cena winning the title because I understand, hey, look, Cody Rhodes held it for 378 days. I understand that they wanted to have him break the record, have John Cena go over, become a 17-time champion. Therefore, he and Ric Flair are not tied. I understand that they hype him up as their GOAT. I get all that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the decision. I just felt like if you did at least have an appearance by The Rock, it would help things because this came across as very flat. I understand that, pop culture, they love Travis Scott. Wrestling fans, not necessarily, especially with the whole Cody Rhodes slap that did not go over with fans because it's like, hey, you want to come in, you want to bring in your popularity, that's great. Do so, please do so, but don't hurt one of our top guys. Don't hurt a guy that legitimately loves this business, and he did so with that slap, even though he was told by The Rock not to pull it. But regardless, John Cena, he's our world champion. They're going to go forward with this. I'm going to be very, very interested in seeing how they play this up. He is advertised for Backlash on May 10th. That's about 3 weeks away. They advertised him for the takeover events in Perth in October. Obviously, he's retiring at the end of the year. We're going to see how all this unfolds, but this is definitely going to be a talking point. It's going to be a definite interesting episode of Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. He is advertised, John Cena, that is, and we'll see where everything goes. But that is how your WrestleMania 41 Night 2 main event closed. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair for the Women's World Championship absolutely started the show off with a bang and arguably stole the show with the best match of the night. These women went out there and had a mission. That mission was to go out there and make a statement that they belonged on a WrestleMania card, but more importantly, that if we can't close the show, we're going to open it, and we're going to open it better than anyone, including the men. And that's exactly what happened. This match, you have to go out of your way and see. It's that freaking good. Let me run through this finish because it was outstanding, okay? I don't know how long they worked on it, but they did a bang-up job of doing it. So Rhea countered the KOD and traded shots with Bianca before going for a riptide, only for Bianca to hit her with her hair and then the KOD before Sky broke up the pin attempt with a moonsault and pinned Bianca Belair. Absolutely fire. Now, shout out to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful noting that Io Sky is the first Japanese woman with a win in a WrestleMania match. Think about that. That is outstanding. It really, really is. So shout out to these women going out there and absolutely crushing it. Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Sin City street fight. You want brutal, you want physicality, you want a hardcore match, you want a throwdown fight. That's what they gave you. They used chairs, they used steel steps, they used tables. Anything and everything they pretty much used outside of just AEW John Moxley type hardcore nonsense. This was what was advertised. This was perfectly placed on this card. It was the second match of the night. Drew McIntyre goes over. He hit a Claymore kick with a steel chair to Damian Priest to get his hand raised. I absolutely loved it. I thought they did exactly what needed to be done. It gives Drew a big win. A guy that has given back to this business, has put in countless people over. Time in, time out. They kept Damian Priest strong. He dominated most of the match. Drew hit a selfie at one point. So hats off to them. I thought they did a fine job here. We have a new Intercontinental Champion, and that man is Dirty Dominant Mysterio. It was a fatal four-way. Braun Breaker defending the IC title against Penta and Dominic and Finn Balor. Carlito even got involved, came down there and ended up getting speared by Braun Breaker through the new announce tables, which looked pretty cool. This was a fun match. It was all over the place. Everybody got their spots in. I thought Penta actually looked really good. I thought Finn Balor stole the show. There was one point where Braun had jumped off the steps and absolutely took out Penta at the ringside. The ending was this. So Finn Balor, he had a sling blade, he had a drop kick, and he hit his double foot stomp finisher to Braun. And as he was pinning Braun, Dominic came off the top rope, hit a frog splash onto Balor, and got the victory. So clearly they're leading towards Dirty Dom and Finn Balor, and I would expect that Braun Breaker's moving up the card. Say his name and he appears. TNA World Heavyweight Champion Joe Hendry answered the open challenge issued by Randy Orton. Now, Orton obviously was supposed to be working Kevin Owens on this show. Owens is out with a neck injury, expected to get surgery. Best wishes to him. And this was Randy Orton's 20th WrestleMania match. Imagine that. And he did a cool tribute. I don't know if many people picked this up, but he wore blue tights with yellow lettering. That was obviously the throwback, a tribute, if you will, to really his first ring gear when he was called up to the main roster. Those who played Here Comes the Pain will remember that get up. Didn't have the pinstripes or anything, but it was definitely a throwback. Joe Hendry came out there. They had a very, very basic, simple, yet effective match. Joe Hendry, he did his pose at one point, and then out of nowhere, Orton hit an RKO, got the 1, the 2, and the 3. There was no Miro, there was no Aleister Black, which was rumored, and I thought it was a safe bet. And cool moment for Joe Hendry. AJ Styles, Logan Paul, singles match. Maybe it was just me, maybe it was everyone else. I could not get into this match. I had such high expectations for it. I really thought they were going to go out there and have a banger of a match. And just for me, it never clicked. They never got a rhythm going. There was outside interference. Some dude named Jeff from Logan Paul's entourage came out. Karrion Kross stopped him. He offered AJ to take brass knucks. AJ refused to help. And Logan ended up avoiding and countering the phenomenal forearm. He hit a right punch. He hit his finisher. We're in, we're out, no big deal. AJ Styles, he is on the back nine of his career. He could still go in the ring, but you can just tell that WWE booking, they are not behind him at this point. And he's there to put others over. Logan Paul gets a win. I agree with the decision. The man has come back around. Becky Lynch has returned as expected. She replaced Bayley, who is not injured, but they did an injury attack angle on Saturday. She teamed up with Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria to go over Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Number one, I do not understand why Becky had to replace Bayley. I thought that was still crappy. You could have easily had Becky just come out there after the match and lay out Liv and Raquel. It was Becky replacing her. It was Becky and Lyra winning the Women's Tag Team Championships. Going over Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, I understand that Becky Lynch is back, but Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez has done such a good job as women's tag team champions that I think that WWE actually made a pretty big mistake by taking the titles off of them and just putting it on Becky Lynch. They're going to do a rematch at Backlash, but I do not agree with this decision, and I look forward to talking about it more in the coming days.